Hello, welcome beautiful vibrant souls to this week's Astrocast. Welcome back to all my old friends. Hello, welcome to all my new friends. This is going to be covering the week ahead, which will be November, November 7th through November 13th, I believe, 2022. Hang on one sec, guys. Sorry about that. So yeah. Welcome to all my newcomers. I'm going to give a brief rundown of what astrocasting is for the unfamiliar, uninitiated. As I'm talking, by the way, sorry about this unsightly burn on my hand. I was getting ready with a friend for going out for Halloween, and I accidentally burnt my thumb on her curling iron, so whoops. Anyway, so as you see, we have this lovely circular board, darling, divided up into 12 equal segments, and these represent the 12 houses of the zodiac and their natural areas of rulership. Now, I do want to kind of say this with the caveat that while this is talking about their natural rulership, this might play out differently for you based on your personal astrology. So your personal house placements, planetary placements, interplanetary aspects, all that good stuff. If you are looking for an astrocast that's specifically geared toward your personal astrology, please feel free to DM me. You can make a custom order request. You could be looking at the week, month, 6 months, year ahead, whatever it might be. I'm happy to do custom orders. If I get enough requests or comments on videos, I will add it as a permanent fixture to my shop. The link for which is in the description box below. Sorry guys, my asthma is not super pleased today. So yes, 12 segments, 12 houses of the zodiac, natural areas of rulership, and then we take these fabulous teeny tiny little tarot cards. Look at this little devil. Isn't he just the handsomest boy of them all? Oh my god. So I reach in blindly, pull tarot cards, and then pew, cast them on the board and interpret the energy of the card and the area of life that it corresponds to. So that's kind of what we're working with. And with that, let's get started. I feel good with this energy. I have to burp just so you guys are aware. It's going to come out at some point. Oh, it was a hiccup. What a surprise. Okay. We're always, life still has the capacity to surprise us sometimes. I don't want to take this one, but I want to look at it. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Excuse me. So things are shifting, things are moving. I feel like things are moving quick this week. Even if it's not in your external reality, the energy is moving fast. Something coming in quicker than you expected. So yeah, that's awesome. I just wanted to kind of take a look. So let's see what we have. We have, strength reversed in the 5th house, no less. We have the King of Wands bordering the 2nd and 3rd house. Okay. And as you see, we're in situations like this where the top of the card is really clearly pointing inward. I would call this reversed. Situations like this where it's on its side, I would call that where the energy is in flux. And if the bottom of the card is pointed inward, I would say that's pretty clearly upright. The Tower reversed in the 8th house. Woo, we're not screwing around this week. The 10 of Wands in the 7th house. And wow, okay, the Ace of Wands in reversed in the 10th house. Excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. Okay. I'm just getting tuned in here. So, usually when I'm doing these, if you've, been around for a couple Astrocasts, they're kind of cards that I feel like are the underpinnings of the energy for the week. We did have that Wheel of Fortune come out that I think is probably serving as the overarching theme. And the Wheel of Fortune is really destiny, it's fate at play. Excuse me. It's also where the energy is moving. And because it was upright when I pulled it out, this is usually something positive. And I'm saying this because this week things on the outside might look chaotic, might look like they're a lost cause, but I feel like it's actually getting you much closer to what you want and what you want to manifest. And I feel like that might be, some of you are going to be able to pick up on this, right? Some of you are going to be like, it looks like my life is on fire. It's like a dumpster fire, but it's keeping me warm. It's this energy of it looks like this is totally trashed. This is totally lost here, but I feel good about it for some reason. And that's why, because if I may, shit is falling apart seemingly at the, you know, like over this week, but it's actually not. It's all coming together. So that is definitely the overarching theme, but in terms of the underpinnings, I'm really feeling like this Ace of Wands reverse and a little bit of this Tower reverse are kind of the main themes of the week ahead. So there's something where, because of this Ace of Wands, so this Ace of Wands reverse in the 10th house, there's something that is, excuse me, I feel like there's a left turn here happening, and that's also kind of this Tower energy. There's like a sharp left turn that's going to be happening. The 10th house is, you know, it's your career, it's your status, your legacy. Sorry, I accidentally messed up in a reading recently. It said statusy, and I kind of like that. It's your statusy. It's your status, your legacy. It's the, you know, your public reputation, public perception of you. Sorry for my sniffles. It's also your career, right? It's what you're really building for yourself in this lifetime. And there's something where with this Tower reversed in the 8th house, you've been really working on making big transformations in your life. Even if you haven't taken a lot of external steps yet, you've been going inward and you've been really asking yourself, excuse me, what is stable in my life, what is not, and how can I stabilize it? There may be a situation in particular, I'm being called to pull a clarifier as I talk about this, a situation in particular where you're re-examining it, you're going back for another look, and you're kind of like, is this really as stable as I thought? Is this, sorry, I was trying to say, yeah, right? Okay, Ace of Pentacles, that's why. There's something where I feel like you're looking at something in your life in particular. This could be a work opportunity. This could be something very tangible. This could have to do with where you live. I don't know. I want to look at this. Yeah, and the Empress. Okay. We're going to talk about it in a moment. Yeah, I can't get this to do what I want it to do. Okay. So, Tower reverse, 8th house. There's something where you've been taking another look at it. And I feel like this is something where you're keeping this very much to yourself. It feels like it's like quiet, or it's, you know, when sometimes, I don't know if you guys ever have this, I have this, where I'll kind of have something floating around in the back of my mind for a while, and I talk to myself all the time when I'm by myself, because it helps me process. It's also kind of a spiritual thing for me. And for me, the second I say something out loud, that makes it real, and that means I have to deal with it. And it's not like I avoid doing that necessarily, but sometimes things will just kind of float around sort of in the back of my brain for a while, and I'll be like talking out loud to myself, and it comes out of my mouth, and I'm like, oh, okay, now I got to deal with it. And this has kind of an energy like that. There's something where I feel like you've been quietly kind of, like, again, either you're thinking about it and you're keeping it to yourself, you're not telling a lot of people, because whatever this is, I feel like this is like upending something relatively big for you. And you know what I feel like it is? I feel like it's something where it's a stable thing in your life externally, like it's become a fixture of your life, but internally, you've been kind of deconstructing it, whether you're doing so consciously or it's just kind of a feeling. For some of you, you're doing this work in the astral, and that's why, like, you kind of wake up one day and you feel differently about things. We do also currently have Mars retrograde in Gemini right now, and I did a whole reading about this on my channel, so if you're interested, please feel free to check that out. But part of the entire purpose of this time is slowing down or not taking action, or, you know, not taking externally oriented action, in order to kind of shift your perspective on something. And the tower is kind of that energy where some people think of it as Uranus energy. Sorry, I'll never not laugh about that planet. I try. But some people also look at it like Mars, so that kind of applies here. This is something where this might be playing a significant part in your shift in perspective. But this is something where I feel like it, like I said, externally, it's a fixture in your life. Maybe this is a job that you've been at forever, and you're kind of slowly kind of falling out of love with that career path. Or, you know, this could be where you're you know, maybe you wanted a certain like trajectory for yourself. Maybe you really wanted to get married and have kids for the longest time, and that's been like what you know, like what you've put out there to the, you know, the people in your life. You're like, yeah, this is what I want, this is what I'm looking for. And you're kind of reconsidering, but there's something where it's associated with you. People know that, sorry, I didn't mean to bump the table. People know that you know, this is a part of you, that you want this to be a part of you. Hang on, I'm just making sure I didn't bump the camera so hard that you can't see stuff. No, okay, we're good. You know, that like it's either a part of you, you want it to be a part of your life. And I feel like a lot of you have been kind of like there's not, it's not doubt creeping in. It's just this like altered perspective of like, maybe I actually don't want that, or maybe that wouldn't be a good fit for me, or like, I don't know why, but I'm feeling like I want to go in a different direction. Again, a sharp left turn. And so this is what I feel like is kind of being like the overarching theme. So for some of you, with the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles coming out, this is a new career path. This is a new way of making money, and it's a very significant stream of income that you're contemplating, like a really big shift in how you create abundance. I will say for some of you, this is wrapped up in parenthood, whether you thought you didn't want to be a parent and now you're kind of considering it, or if you were like really wanting to be a parent and you're kind of moving in a, excuse me, a different direction. For some people, excuse me, for some people, you are recognizing somebody as your divine feminine and wanting to make an offer, or you are the divine feminine and you might be being surprised by an offer coming in. But there's something where there's that significant shift. And I feel like you guys can sense this coming. You're manifesting this, right? You're bringing this into reality. And it's like you're doing this significant work, right? You're with this 8th house, you're really like breaking down, you're stripping away the layers of ego, right? And as a result, excuse me, by getting in touch with your true soul self, right? You're going through a death and rebirth. Some of you may have just been through a huge like rebirth cycle, a huge spiritual awakening, and you've really kind of deconstructed what is not you, what's not true to you. And gotten in alignment with your authentic soul self with the Empress here, right? You're very confident, secure in yourself. And as a result, you're manifesting this gorgeous new beginning for yourself. And I think it's interesting. We have 2 aces coming out, and then these were like the overarching, like underpinning energies here. And then we have this ace reversed. There's something where, again, it's like part of what people know you for, what people know about you. They're like, oh yeah, you know, this, my lovely viewer, like they want this, they're heading in this direction. This is their, you know, they're really at the top of their field in this area, or they're really like, you know, all about family, whatever it is for you. You know, or like this might also involve a living situation where it's like, oh yeah, they, you know, their family has lived here for generations, or like they're looking for a house, like, you know, and it might be where you're like shifting it entirely, where you're like, I think I want to go in a totally different direction. So for a lot of you, this is kind of the like I said, the underpinnings of this energy. And with the Wheel of Fortune showing up earlier, I feel like a lot of you are kind of having this realization. Maybe you're getting very clear with this Ace of Pentacles about like, oh, you know what? Like, again, that example of I've said it out loud. It makes it real. I have to deal with it. It's like these thoughts are becoming very conscious to you, and thus they are materializing quickly. And I feel like there's something here where you guys are getting like, either there was a new beginning that was set to start, or you were anticipating it, the energy was here, or you got an offer, or you were about to make an offer. It was like you were heading in that direction. It was on the table, and you guys are just gonna like boop, redirect really quick. You guys are gonna say no. You guys are gonna, even if you don't like give the final word, you've made that decision, or you're making that decision over the next week. Like, I know that this is what I was gonna do, but nope, I'm not. Like, and I feel like there's a lot of confidence in this. Like, even I'm like, ooh, my goodness, who are you? And this is a really significant shift for some of you. I do have to say, just because we have the Ace of Wands reversed and then the 10 of Wands in the 7th house. The 7th house talks about partnerships of all kinds. It's Libra's house. It's ruled by Venus, and we have more Venus here with the Empress. So in matters of business, some of you, it's like you've been heading in this one particular path. Like I said, there's something that you were gunning for, you were really wanting, but it was becoming a burden to you to kind of like keep holding on to that energy, right? Keep pushing forward in that direction. And this could be literally like, let's say you're trying to climb a ladder at a company, and it's just been really difficult. This could be where you're just like, you're working at it, you're waiting for something. You know, it's just, it's taken a lifetime. It like, I don't know, this has this energy of like, you know, especially in partnerships, it's kind of just like let's say, you know, you wanted to partner with somebody and start a business, or you've been struggling with a business partner, you've been struggling in a work partnership. This is kind of this energy of like, why am I doing this? Like, you know, do I love this enough to even keep going? And I feel like you've been thinking about that. You've been waiting, you've been putting in the effort and the work, and there's kind of this realization of like, I don't think I do want this. And you're just like dropping all the wands. You're just like, all right, cool, I'm done. Again, whether you literally give the word this week or you've just made this decision internally, you're like, I'm not doing this. We're not doing this anymore. Some of you are going to be offered an opportunity to renew a contract and you're going to say no. Or many of you will say no. Some of you, I feel like you've been working for, again, I'm getting with these two, very much like a work situation. You've been like really working hard. You want that brass ring. You've been like putting in the effort. And maybe like people, you know, you've had promotions dangled in front of you, raises, and you're just like, you know, you keep dealing with like, you keep dealing with all these sticks in the hopes of getting that damn carrot finally. And there's just this realization of like, nope, I'm not doing this. And you're trying to like, you're just dropping them. And this might cause your employer to come running toward you like, no, please, like, we really want to keep you. We'll do anything to like, you know, we'll do anything to get you to stay. And I feel like you guys aren't having it. You're like, nope. I know my value. I know my worth. And I know what an opportunity that appreciates me looks like. And I'm not doing anything else. And I feel like you guys are just dropping it. It's like, this is a really long-standing thing too, I feel like. So that's some spicy shit. I like it. So I did just kind of have to say that. And I'm just looking at, I'm looking at the board here. I want to talk next about this King of Wands. We have a shitload of fire going on here. Like we have fire. Ostensibly, you could argue this is fire. So for some of you, there's this King of Wands tied into this situation. For some of you, this isn't tied in. You know, the King of Wands, this could be masculine fire energy, so Aries, Leo, Sag does not have to be. I'm just really drawn into the fact that he's facing this way and he's looking at everything unfolding. With this bordering the second and third house, you could be getting communication this week about either a work or a living situation, right? Second house really deals with our sense of security. This is partially why it encompasses our, you know, financial well-being, our career, our material possessions, like our house, like the physical home you live in. So for some of you, this is absolutely about moving. For some of you, somebody is watching this unfold in your life and is trying to decide whether or not to come forward. Somebody is watching you. I'm really getting that. Like, this is a person, I feel like, for a lot of you. Somebody's kind of watching what you're doing or watching the changes you've been making, and they're trying to decide when to communicate. And for some of you, this King of Wands here is looking at the changes you've been making in your life, the transformations you've been making to get into your Empress energy, regardless of gender, identity, or expression. Excuse me. And these changes, these transformations, you know, with the Tower reversed, you took the initiative. You took this into your, like, took matters into your own hands, right? Or you are taking matters into your own hands. And this has been to stand in your power and to really kind of proclaim through not only your words, but your actions to yourself and the universe. Look, I know my worth. I know what I want, and I'm not settling for anything less from anyone, including myself. You're no longer undermining yourself. You're moving toward solid, healthy, self-constructive habits as opposed to self-destructive habits. And this person's watching you. This person is watching you, and I feel like this person's wondering if it's time to talk to you about something. With this Ace of Pentacles, they might be looking to make you an offer. This person could be asking you if it's like looking to go into business with you, for sure, with the King of Wands here. Possibly something where you're really like visible in your community. This also could be where you're really visible online. So you might be getting offered a job when it comes to marketing or social media. You could be, like I said, being offered a business partnership. And this also might be part of what's causing you to divert and change tracks entirely. Is you're like, okay, I'm doing this instead now. But this, you know, for some of you, this person will come forward this week. For some of you, it's not going to be this week. I actually want to pull a clarifier about that. Because for some of you, because he's on his side, the King of Wands, when he's upright, he is gregarious, he is charismatic, he's also very confident and motivated. But he's on his side, meaning he's hesitating a little bit. And I don't feel like he's hesitating in terms of his abilities or knowing what he wants, but mostly it's a timing thing. He's trying to figure out if it's the right time. I do want to clarify this, though, because I am nosy. Oh, it's this one. Get out of here. Yeah. Okay, 2 are coming out. Yeah, okay. Emperor and Page of Wands, more fire. Okay, so this could be an Aries, and then we have Aries, Leo, Sag yet again. I have to say, so whenever I see the King or Queen of one suit and the Page of the same suit, that is a parent-child relationship to me, depending on what else comes out. And because we have the Emperor and Empress, for some of you, there is a masculine energy, very heavy fire sign energy, does not have to be, who is kind of watching you go through a glow up and trying to decide if it's time to make you an offer. This could be to travel, this could be to go on a new adventure. But this could also be to have a relationship and or embark on the journey of parenthood with you. This might very well be what this person's asking you. Just because of these cards coming out to clarify. So this person's watching, right? This person also might be waiting because they're waiting for, with the second house here, they're waiting for their financial security to improve before they ask you a big question like that. But they are watching, they're observing. I want to know, is this person going to like come forward this week? I don't know. I feel like this could go either way. Okay, we have the Chariot and Judgment coming out to clarify. A lot of majors here. Oop, Chariot fell down. Cancer's energy here. So for a lot of you with Judgment, this is a really big judgment call. Whatever this person's trying to decide, whatever this person's trying to figure out, this is a huge deal for them, huge thing. And this is also going to be a really big thing for you, a really big offer. It might start small, but it's going to grow very quickly, right? We start with the Page. For some of you, this person is going to be seeing if you want to move or you want to travel with them, possibly move a very long distance, because the Chariot's also about travel and long distance movement. But this is a turning point in your life and in theirs. And this is why with the Ace of Wands reversed in the 10th house, this is like, whoop, I'm going a different way entirely. Fuck all y'all. So for a lot of you, you know, because those cards came out to kind of clarify the question of are they coming forward this week, this would indicate they are making some type of move forward, right, with the Chariot. Even if it's not full on, like, you know, like let's say this was a romantic situation and this person seeing you as an equal, as their counterpart. This person is wanting to embark on this like really beautiful, important new chapter. They might not start out with that this week, right? Especially if you're waiting to hear from them or something, they might not start there, but it might start with like, you know, it might start with the Page of Wands. It might start with this kind of like, you know, the smaller gesture that's like very, very heartfelt, very enthusiastic. They really mean it, right? Like they're like, hey, I want to, if they say, I want to spend more time with you, that's where they're going to start. And they're going to be very, very excited about it. They're going to show up there. You don't have to tell them twice. They're going to be motivated. That's the word, motivated, because I know words. You're not going to have to tell them twice. And part of the reason why is that this person is deciding when to make their move. Again, for some of you, this person's deciding when to make you this offer, whether it's romantic, whether it's related to like home and family, or it's business. They're waiting to make you this offer and to like make sure they're in a stable enough place that they can offer this. Because I feel like this person with the Ace of Pentacles, this person doesn't want to make you an offer that will burn out quickly. They want to make sure, like, okay, like let's say this is, something that also involves finances. They want to be like, all right, I might be in a good place right now, but I want to make sure I'm still going to be in a good place in, a month, 6 months, a year, before I ask for this really, really big thing, or before I bring up this really big thing. But they will be like communicating with you this week, and they will be wanting to reach out to you. This also could be somebody who is trying to get their own business off the ground, and they want you to work for them. And it might be the kind of situation where it's a small offer to start, right? You might not make a lot, or you might, have to do this as like a side hustle until it grows. But you have the potential, like they have a plan here with the Emperor. They have big goals, big dreams. They have a plan to make it happen. And they see you as somebody who could be an equal partner in this, who could bring as much to the table as they are. And this has the potential to grow into something very successful and lucrative. So like, that's awesome. Now, I will say, let's talk about these bad boys. We have Strength reversed in the 5th house. I do want to clarify this really briefly as well, just because this could be several things. Ooh, Death. Okay, yes. Scorpio energy showing up here. Leo energy in its natural house. So what I kind of feel like is happening when it comes to romance, there's been this difficult situation. There's been a heavy cycle with the 10 of Wands. There's been this, it's been hard to move forward. It's been hard to make progress. And with Strength reversed in the 5th house, I do feel like these are connected, where somebody needs to put the wands down, right? This also could be where, a relationship for some of you that you're in is just it's been going through a difficult cycle, and it's been kind of like putting a damper on the romance. But whatever this hard, like difficult cycle is in the partnership that you're referring to, like that you're thinking of, it's been really draining to one or both parties. And this is a week where that is being recognized. With the Death card showing up to clarify, this is changing, right? It's kind of like, okay, I can't deal with this anymore. Or like, maybe you guys have been fighting, right? And this person's like, it's too, I don't want to be fighting with you, right? For some of you, you've been going through a difficult cycle in a partnership, and somebody may have been being stubborn. I do kind of see that with all the fire here on the board too. Somebody may have been being stubborn. We have fixed sign energy here and here. And this person is like, they don't want to fight anymore, right? It's not, the most important thing to them is no longer to be right. They want to fix things. They want it to become like easier. I do want to pull more because, yeah, the Chariot, exactly. They want success. Cancer's energy here. They want success in this situation. They want to bring the romance back. They want the fun to come back. They don't want it to be so difficult anymore. So challenging. I want to clarify this one. Yeah, and there's that Wheel of Fortune. Damn, 2 10s here. Boom. Yeah, this is what I mean. Things are changing. It may be that they were really stubbornly holding on to something, or I don't know why I'm hearing let me do this. Like there's something where they may have wanted things to go a certain way, or wanted things to go their way. Again, a lot of fixed sign energy. We have the Emperor on the board and the King of Wands. They can both be kind of stubborn. But this person's not fighting anymore. This person wants to drop the burdens. This person wants to speak with you very openly. And for those of you where this is a potential partner who wants to approach you with this offer, there's been a lot of difficulty in their life, and very well, maybe in yours as well, that has caused like a lot of, it's just like been a burden on this connection. And this burden is lifting, right? The Wheel of Fortune, things are finally going in a positive direction. This person may have been struggling at work or struggling financially, and that's what's prevented them from wanting to like take things to the next level, maybe offer the opportunity to move in together, to strengthen the partnership, and they just haven't been able to. This is changing, right? The wheel is shifting in their favor. I feel like as soon as this person sees their opportunity to swoop in, they're gonna go for it. And there's a big emphasis here on moving, right? Huge changes happening. You guys have had to be patient long enough. Now, the last thing I'm kind of seeing here as well is that there's something where I feel like you guys may have been trying to, with the the 10 of Wands in the 7th house and the Strength reversed in the 5th house. Again, some of you have this like career, this dream that you are so passionate about, you're so excited about, that you've been holding on to it and you've been really like wanting to move in this direction, but it's become a struggle. And I feel like there's this shift in energy with this Wheel of Fortune and the Death card, where it's like you're just going through this almost like overnight transformation, right? Or like you're just kind of having this realization of like, I can't do this anymore, nor do I want to. And there's just this like fortuitous shift in energy, or like I said, you get another offer that just like shifts the wheel for you. And I feel like with the Chariot, this is where you're seeing like, okay, this is my opportunity, I'm gonna take it. This is what's gonna be successful for me. Because you're tired of carrying the burdens of like, again, there's this vibe of like, what am I doing all of this for? So this is a week where I feel like that's been floating around in the back of your mind. And this is a week where you've manifested the change that you're looking for. You've manifested that shift in energy that you're looking for. So this is going to be a spicy one. I like it. I like it a lot, you guys. This is just about everything that I'm seeing for the time being. I hope this has been helpful. I'm wishing you guys a safe, happy, healthy week ahead, and I will see you next time. Bye.